State-of-the-art technology, incredible staff, huge cost savings, beautiful atmosphere. The Diagnostic and Imaging Center at Tower Point. We have the world's #1 ranked MRI scanner, and we also offer CT scan, X-ray, ultrasound, nuclear medicine, and much more. The Diagnostic and Imaging Center is the most affordable in the area. We offer same-day or next-day appointments and fast and efficient test results. The Diagnostic and Imaging Center at Tower Point in Greenwood.
I ask a question just on my experience in the past, and just as other coaches, tennis, basketball, soccer, baseball. In this area in Greenwood, you know, you have a AD, which is also the football coach. I know your main priority is football. I know all the other coaches want to ask and see if you're going to make sure you take care of every other sport and not be so heavy on football, even though that is your #1 sport.
Well, yeah, #1. So I don't know if I would even characterize this as that. I think everybody knows that, you know, the fundamentals of the budgets and how the resources work. But you know, winning is contagious. Winning is not a one-time thing. It's not being a champion and having that championship atmosphere is not isolated. And we want to develop an athletic program not only in football but everywhere, where we have an expectation from our work ethic and from what we are able to do that we're going to win, no matter if we play in kickball or jacks. So the more that we spread that, the more that we become that championship attitude in every sport, then, like I said, that builds and gets contagious. So, you know, you can have a good 1 or 2 programs, but have an overall championship athletic program, you have to work together. And I think you have to be smart enough to understand that as other teams begin to win, and you develop that winning attitude and that winning feeling, then, you know, that's contagious. That helps everybody.
You got a brand new gymnasium over there. I'm sure everybody knows about that. Could you give us some initial thoughts on that? I'm sure you've been inside of it, taking a look at it. And is the court 94 feet long?
I haven't got a measuring tape, nor is the gym down. I know the court is high school regulation.
Okay.
And I know it's beautiful.
Right.
I know that when I walked in that facility, I've been in a lot of high school facilities. I'm not saying it's the best in the United States, but we're not going to back up to anybody in that kind of facility. I've been a lot around different places, and I'm telling you that you know, it makes my mouth open up every time I go in there. You know, and you know, that size of that court, that's nonsense.
Moving back over to the football side, we're going to talk a little bit about Frank Hill Stadium. I covered a lot of the games last year, and even though they were a playoff team, I noticed that there were a lack of fans in the stadium, lack of fan enthusiasm, you know, kind of getting the crowd involved. Any ideas as head coach how you can maybe get some crowd support down there at Frank Hill Stadium?
Yeah, win some more games. You know, I could beat around the bush, and I don't know if that's going to happen, but because I never promise how many games we're going to win. But truthfully, what we're going to try to, I think, first thing we have to have, and we're just starting out. You know, I think the community of Emerald needs to understand. They need to see a work ethic. You know, when the kids are working and doing all they can do, and the kids or the community go out there and they're proud to see those kids in the purple and gold, that starts it. You know, and then if you go out and you have kids who compete with every fiber of their body, and then they use their brain, and you know what it is when they're throwing it on the line. Scoreboard to scoreboard. Sometimes it'll be up, sometimes it'll be down. Right. But I think the community knows when kids have got a work ethic, they're proud of them, they're proud of the way they act, they don't embarrass them. And that happens, then we'll start to get back that. And, you know, be easy to say go win every game, but, you know, we have to be realistic. But, you know, one thing we can control is we can control how hard we work, how smart we work. We can control our sportsmanship and how people view us. And those things we can control, and that's all we control right now. When we do those things, and we'll let the scoreboard take care of itself, but if you get those things, and, you know, I kind of got the feeling that this is a good old-time community to get behind kids, and when they feel like those kids understand and show how hard they're going to work and how much they're going to be proud of and be out there on the sideline, then we'll start to get the fans back.
Good. I was just saying, it sounds like you are straight on your discipline, having the kids act right in the classroom, keeping them out of the big room, and having them be in a class act on the field and in the classroom. I think that'll be a big part of your program.
Well, it is. It's a big part of any athletic program. We should never forget that high school coaches and athletic programs, we're just an extension of their educational process. And we shouldn't forget it. And it's not bigger than the educational. And we're all out there to have fun. We're all out there to win and compete, but we never should stray far away and understand that the real reason is that any of these kids, when they finish with their athletic endeavors, they need to be better prepared for whatever they're going to do than they were if they hadn't played. And we got to be a part of the education process, not set aside from it, and we're there to supplement it. And part of that is certainly classroom discipline and general discipline, right from wrong. There's not going to be any gray area. Our kids are going to understand that there's a right way to do things, there's a wrong way. When they're right, we're going to hug their neck. When they're wrong, we're going to get after them and make them do it right. That's the key. We want to win as many football games as we can, but we're never going to win a football game and sacrifice a kid's development. That's just not going to happen. If a kid needs to sit down, I don't care if we're playing Greenwood or for the state championship, but the only thing I really have as a final resource is to take away what they love and what they work for. And that's a hard thing, but I've had to do it in the past. But if it gets to the point where a kid can't play because he needs to learn a lesson, then unfortunately he's going to learn that lesson. And sometimes those are bitter pills.
On a personal note, away from the gridiron, when you're not doing the AD duties and being a football coach for Emerald, what are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things you like to do?
I get prepared to be the football coach and be the AD at everything. I don't have. Now my family's not down here with me, so it's been pretty much isolated and focused. But you have to get away some. I have an 8-year-old girl, so she established a lot of interest for me. And I'm proud of it and glad to do it. And I've got a 15-year-old who's going to be a sophomore. So most of my spare time is in the interest of those two youngins and my wife. And but I occasionally try to go to the golf course and act like I'm playing golf. And every now and then I try to drown a worm or two and catch a fish. But that's about all I get to. And of course, I'm a sports addict. I'll watch anything that's on TV that's competitive. But I'm pretty simple man. I ain't got a whole lot of time to do any other than those things.
Yeah. You're a 15-year-old boy or girl?
He's a boy. He's a boy.
Is he going to be able to play some football?
Well, he likes football. He's played at Anson County. He's an offensive lineman, and he'll be a sophomore next year. If he works hard enough, maybe so. I think he's trying to. He likes the game. He'll certainly get an opportunity, but you just got to work hard in the summer like every other kid.
That's right. Anything? What's the major difference you see from where you came from to Greenwood to Emerald High School?
Well, there's a different area.
Yeah.
There's some big differences. Anson County is a very struggling economically, far more than here. So that's the biggest difference. But the people have been real friendly and real warm, and they are in Anson County. Like I said, when I crossed the river for the very first time, when I crossed that river, sometimes you just get a feeling. It's not, you can't put your finger on it, and you don't know. Maybe it's coming from above, but it just felt like there was something warm and a calling. Somebody ought to be here somehow. And I didn't know it'd be at Emerald, but I'm real thankful it is. And,
it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And,
nice to meet you.
Look forward to talking with you a bunch later.
Oh, yeah, we'll come out and see you.
Yeah. And I'm sure those fans for Emerald are going to be happy that, like you said, you crossed that lake and you took that job at Emerald. I'm sure the Vikings are going to have a successful season. They're going to hustle. They're going to play hard for you. This is going to be a new and improved team for you folks. Make sure you go out to Frank Hill Stadium this coming fall. Coach Tim McMahon will be out there coaching those Emerald Vikings. As always, I'm Jonathan Graves. This is my house, but you're welcome anytime. And I am out.